rivals in the old AFC West. The Seahawks and Chargers are underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 16 carries, 57 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
On second down, here's Penny. They find some open field here. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the after. Great start.
On the go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Smith now to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. David Ojabo brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Smith completes it to Fant on the right side. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. To throw is Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there. for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Herbert back to the air. Touchdown, Chargers. Jahan Dotson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Penny, a first down carry. Oh, and now some space to operate. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, it's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jahan Dotson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers have regained the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 14-10. the touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. On 2nd and 9, Smith. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside handoff, Penny. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now it's Smith. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped on time and decided throwing it away was his best option.
That's complete right around the 8. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yep.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Penny up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 154 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Geno. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have yet again retaken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, only won a few in the years following. Going right back to Dotson. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. On first down, Justin Herbert. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Well, let's gauge our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Again, it's Penny. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 163 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Geno. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A handoff to Penny. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Geno now to throw. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 27 yards as they have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Chargers 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive.
It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover him?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
The Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. On the slant, it's Fant. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, here's Smith. Going right back to Fant. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Williams. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This fielded right at the goal line. Delano, now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result. And that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Back to throw, Smith. And his throw is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
That's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So on fourth down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert throwing again. Williams brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And quickly they get to the line. On 1st down, it's Herbert.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Herbert on 1st down now. Touchdown!
Mike Williams. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, this is really simple. Let's just say it. This quarterback is on fire. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the football. What a day for him.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Penny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And they'll run it again with Penny. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He hits his target, Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A shotgun snap for Smith. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams
with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now it's Penny running right. Nifty move. And some room to work. 189 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's a give to Penny, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Smith. That is caught inside the 5. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. 3rd quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Hopkins with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Rashad Penny, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A terrific run there by Penny. Give him 58 yards on the ground. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. They keep it with Penny on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Smith now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Herbert's throw here complete to Dotson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this is caught by Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Again, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Now Geno. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Smith throwing again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Mike Williams and his Charger offense getting set for the next series. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. His throw incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Another catch for him. He's over the 250-yard mark now for the game, and he's got another first down. Here's Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Herbert now to throw. Williams brings it in. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Smith. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, The coverage downfield, equally good.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it's Smith. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Smith now to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. But it really could have turned this one upside down. Smith. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. Now Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now it's Herbert. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never.